Sis, can I be real with you? Just because he's consistent with the good morning text does not mean that he's ready to lead you. So before you go from heel to hook, let's talk about what really matters. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Laquana McIntyre, aka I Am Successful Too. You're watching The Road to Success. I'm thinking about changing that name, y'all, because I got a lot of stuff in the works that you will coming to a phone screen near you. Okay, so I got a lot of new things in the works that I don't know, I'm thinking I want to change the name. I don't know, y'all, but anyways, welcome to the channel. My name is Laquana McIntyre. In today's video, we're talking about 10 things to consider before dating anyone. And trust me, you do not want to ignore any one of these tips, okay? Listen, I'm not trying to deem myself as the dating guru, but chat, okay? Over the years, as I've been dating and as I've been going through my healing journey, and based off of a lot of conversations I had with platonic friendship, based off of a lot of the platonic friendships that I have with friends that are men, I've collected a lot of data, you know what I'm saying? So I want to share the love and share the knowledge with you ladies as well, okay? Oh, and by the way, sorry y'all, I just got a message. I was trying to see who it was, okay? By the way, I do have a bonus tip, okay? So I've been loving these bonus tips. I do have a bonus tip at the end of the video. This bonus tip, honestly, it's something that most people never really talk about. I honestly have never really heard anybody talk about this. It's always about what the other person should be doing, okay? So please stay tuned for the bonus tip. It is a real game changer. It's just for emotionally healthy dating, okay? It's just so you can make sure that you are dating healthy, okay? That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to date in the healthiest way possible. Let's get into these 10 tips. Number one, guys, make sure you know who you are first, okay? It is so sad because there are people right now to this day who are literally in not only relationships but who are married, who does not know who they are. They don't have an identity. They can't tell you what it is they like, what they don't, what they like, what they dislike in a relationship, or really what it is they're truly looking for in a partner. But meanwhile, they're in a relationship, and you would look at them and you would think, well, what do you mean you don't? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you can't articulate what it is you're looking for? You're with someone. But the truth of the reality is a lot of people settles. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are scared to be alone, and a lot of people are scared to do the inner work because they're scared of what they're going to find. You know, so it's hard to find something that is against what you feel about yourself and actually do the work. You know why it's hard to do the work? Because a lot of people do not possess the art of discipline. A lot of people are in denial, and a lot of people would like to think that they have it all together. But I am telling you, if you're trying to get back in these dating streets and you want to attract someone who is you know, and I'm not trying to say they have to be like wholly healed. I would recommend that. However, you know, we're all on a journey in some kind of way, but you need to at least make sure that you got yourself together. That way you can attract someone that you know, desire. Because I mean, come on now, like, don't come into a situation expecting someone to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's just not fair. So a good tip for this in order to identify yourself is just to make a list. You know, make a list of the things that you would like to improve, the things that you love about yourself. I'm not saying to think of everything negative, because you have great qualities as well, I'm sure. But just make a list of the things that you would like to improve. Do some self-reflection. Think about your past relationships and what may have caused those relationships to fail, and that'll help you gauge a little bit of what it is that you may need to do to improve. So guys, okay, this may sound like duh, but no, a lot of people don't do this. You need to let go of your past, okay? Let go of your past traumas. Do not bring all that baggage into another dating relationship. I don't care. Please don't get in these dating streets if you can't let go of your past, because everything that you encounter is going to now be a red flag. And that is not to say that some things it isn't actually a red flag, but there's some things that you are literally just tripping on because you are stuck in what your past traumas was and what Joe Blow did to you once upon a time. And it's like, well, I don't know. So you have this guard and this block up, and if you were to find the one for you, you would scare them away because you're too busy putting your past trauma and baggage on them. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that self-sabotages when they go into dating situations with a whole bunch of past traumas on their shoulders, and it's simply because you're still operating in that negative space. And whenever you're operating in that negative space, you attract only two different kinds of people: vultures, people who smells and sniffs out your vulnerability and wants to prey and attack. You know what I'm saying? Or you are going to meet someone who is like, girl, you crazy. You feel me? And I got to get on through and get away. You know what I'm saying? So please let go and let God. Number 3, make sure you're in it for the right reasons. There are people who are literally dating or in relationships right now because it's a rebound. They wasn't ready to date. They just started back dating or got into a situation because they felt like they didn't want to look like the lonely single person. So let me hurry up and get into another situation. That is not the right reasons. If you're going to get the right reasons is because you're ready to pour to someone, or you want to basically reciprocate the love that one could give to you. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to love. You're ready to build a foundation. You're ready to have a healthy partnership with someone. Again, you don't want to get into a situation with an empty cup, and you simply just want someone there to fill it up in its entirety in hopes of making you happy either. So definitely make sure that you are in it for the right reasons. Please do not look for someone just because you think that they're going to make you happy and they're going to help you get over your ex, or just because you don't want to look like you're lonely. No, don't do that, sis. Don't do that. The number 4 thing for you to consider before you start dating, okay? So y'all, this resonates with me a lot, okay? Because when I first started dating, this was a huge problem of mine, okay? But number 4, do you have time for a relationship? For us folks who gets very content in our singleness, and we find us a little flow and find us a little routine, and we're thriving, we're happy, we don't find a steady flow, it'd be hard for us to allow someone in our space because we enjoy our peace so much. And it's like, ooh, do I really want to put somebody in here? It's almost like you become very selfish, and it's almost like you're protecting it with all your might. It's like, I gotta protect my peace, you know what I'm saying? So I found myself really filling up my schedule when I got out of my breakup to help me get over the breakup. But when I filled my schedule up, I was like, oh wow, I am being very productive and I'm getting a lot done. Girl, you getting in shape. Girl, your skin's starting to glow. Girl, what? Your money's starting to grow. And I became very comfortable and happy in that routine. And on the way, started meeting new friends and stuff like that. So, it's like, dang, I kind of love it here. But meanwhile, we still desire love. We still desire to have that partner, because in my opinion, 2 is going to be better than 1. I don't care. Period. Okay? But you can't have anything if you mess around, you start dating, and you're not willing to fit that person into your busy schedule or your busy routine. Okay, because it gets to a point too where we are overcommitted to things and you truly don't have time. Now let me correct that, because I mean, no one's never too busy for anyone, so you can make time. However, you know, in your mind, this has become more important. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not ready to let that go over here, your busy schedule or your little flow, your little routine yet, then don't date yet. Because when it comes to dating, there is a certain level of compromise and sacrifice that has to be made. Let's just be clear. Number 5. This is another one that resonates with me. So you may lose some of your independence. Again, for us folks that have gotten kind of content in our single season, we got a flow, we got a routine. We're like, I love it here. Again, this goes back to that compromise and that sacrifice, okay? Right now, I mean, when it comes to what you want to eat, or where you want to go, where you want to travel to, all of that, that's on you. You know, you ain't gotta ask nobody. You ain't gotta tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you get a partner, and it's a partnership for a reason, you want to respect that person and what it is they desire. You know, like even when it comes to like what you wear, okay? If you one of the girlies that like to show some skin, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, when you get a partner as a mature woman, you do want to be considerate of that person as well. Not saying that, you know, we trying to let a bro control us, but I'm saying you do want to have him into consideration. You feel me? So if you're not ready to make those sacrifices, compromise, or, you know, if your homegirls want to go to the clubs, you know, you don't want to feel like you got to check in with somebody and tell them, hey, babe, you know, I just want to let you know I'm going out with my girls tonight. I'm not saying act, I'm saying, but just informing them and letting them know, hey, I'm going to the club with my girls tonight. Just want to let you know. If you don't want to have to do that check-in thing, then dating may not be for you right now. Let's just, let's just be clear. I keep saying clear, but yeah, let's just be clear, okay? And these are all kind of flowing into each other, guys. They really are. Number 6, definitely want to make sure you're compromising. So I've already kind of talked about this in the other 2 to 3 tips. But I mean, that pretty much speaks for itself. A relationship takes compromise. You cannot be selfish. It cannot be one-sided, okay? If you're not ready to compromise yet, don't date. Number 7, this is another one that's resonated with me, guys, because I've tried the long distance dating thing, but you do want to consider like how far away are they from you? Like, are you willing to jump on the apps and date someone that's like, that requires a flight, you know what I'm saying, or a 12-hour drive or more to see them? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that you're willing to do? You know, like, and when you meet that person, you know, they could be 30 minutes, a 30-minute drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you willing to do the long distance thing? You feel me? Because you don't want to mess around and meet someone and in your mind y'all click and it's like, oh, I ain't got a problem with it, I'm good, you know, I'll make it work, I really like him. And then you get into it and you realize, nah, I can't do this long distance thing, bro. This ain't gonna work for me. I don't trust you enough. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, as feelings grow, you start to miss them a lot more, and it's going to suck when you can't see them when you want to. And then you got to consider, is he gonna move to my state or do I have to move to his state? You know, consider the pros and cons of a long distance relationship, but do not count it out, because I do feel like a lot of us are limiting finding love because we're only we're basically, oh gosh, I can't find the words, it's late, I'm tired. But we're basically limiting our options because we are only saying, I only want to date someone in my city. And a lot of times your city just ain't it, sis. Your city ain't it. It's too small, they too country there. Go somewhere else, honey. Number 8, y'all, this one is super important politics and religion. Okay, now a lot of times if you've been single for so long and you meet a guy and you find out that y'all are not equally yoked in either one of those, in the beginning while you're head over heels and you have butterflies, you feel like, nah, I think I could deal with it. You know, he has his beliefs, I have my beliefs. But sis, what if y'all get like deep into that relationship and y'all start to want to actually be together, and man, what if he decided you his wife and now he want to have kids with you? Now you having to make life decisions like, well, what kind of religion are we going to practice? You know, what is his belief system? What do I want to tell my kids? He don't celebrate holidays, but I do. You know, or he voted for this party, but I believe in this party. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things can cause you to clash. Now, if you are open-minded individual, then that may not be an issue for you, but those are things to consider when it comes to the long run, okay? So before you start dating, these are just some factors. Now, I know some people may think, oh my gosh, you're getting way too serious and this is just for dating. But the reason why I'm saying consider these things, because we are dating with intention. We're not dating just for fun. So when you're dating with intention, you're dating towards marriage for a lot of us, okay? So these are things that will come up if y'all happen to cross that line. So yes, please consider all of this, okay? But if you're dating just for fun, okay, maybe not. But if you my big age or older, or unless you done been divorced and you like, I don't want to do that relationship marriage thing no more, I get it. But for folks like me, I kind of, you know, I want to know. I'm not going to hit them with it off top, but you know, these are just things that eventually I want to know over time. Number 9, okay, your friendships might suffer a little bit. Now, for a lot of us ladies, this don't really matter, because a lot of y'all be neglecting your friends and family anyways, honey. As soon as you get them in, it be like, have you talked to Susie? Girl, no, you know she got a new man. Okay, but for the ladies, it's not like that, okay? Like, it's gonna be a little different, okay? It's gonna be a little different. You're no longer a part of the single cruises. Now, you know, you out there kicking it. You got a little dude that you might, you know, y'all might be doing something. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you got some friends that are okay with you hanging out with him more than them now. I remember once upon a time, because I don't know, I feel like I've been the single friend more than I want to be, okay? But I remember once upon a time I was a single friend, and you know, my friend guy at the time, you know, he was gay, whatever, y'all, but I don't know, he just kind of did what he wanted in his relationship, and so we were with each other every day. Let's just be clear, we were with each other every single day. But whenever I got into a relationship, that changed. You know, that changed because I had to kind of split that time. I'm like, I can't be with you every day anymore, friend. I love you, but I got a man now. You know what I'm saying? And that just ain't gonna be fair to him. So hopefully you have a friend that understands that, okay, I don't want to lose my man over here because I'm still trying to kick it with you every day. So no, they ain't gonna work. So consider that before dating. Let's get to number 10, y'all. Number 10, y'all. Okay, I feel kind of weird for saying this, but I'm not gonna hold you. I am so guilty for this. I'm not gonna hold you, chair. Okay, if you got tools out there, then use it, sis. We are not in the back in the day old school. You need to be using any tool that's put out there for you to protect yourself, okay? So, sis, I ain't gonna say go get a background check. I ain't saying doing all that, but if he got on social media, then you need to do a little peek. Do a little peek. I don't see nothing wrong with it, okay? Go on his social media page. You ain't gotta play stalker, but just do a little browse. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that you'll find out through somebody's social media page, okay? You know, look at some of the comments, you know what I'm saying, how they respond. You know, you might find a few red flags, okay? This ain't saying to act on it, but you know, sometimes you just need to make a little mental note. You feel me? So, dating is a little different now because we got technology. So why not use the tools that we got? You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to abuse it. You ain't got to go too far. But yeah, consider like checking the socials. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying going crazy with it, but just like a little light browse one time around and boom, I'm gone, I'm out. You know, hey, it'd be even better if they send you a friend request. That make it easy for you. Now you ain't gotta feel as bad about it. All right, y'all, I'm sorry, let me get into this bonus tip. Bonus tip, guys. Bonus tip. Okay, so this is what I want to ask yourself. Okay, I want you to ask yourself this. Well, let me put it like this first. Before you start dating anyone new, you need to date your... Yes, I'm gonna repeat that one time again. You need to date your triggers first before you date someone new. So here's some questions to ask yourself, okay? What situations make me anxious? What patterns do I repeat? What type of attention makes me overlook red flags? What type of attention makes me overlook red flags? Because it happens to us all. Because let's just be honest, if you don't meet your triggers before he does, you'll think it's chemistry. When really, it's just your old wounds recognizing each other. It's just your old wounds recognizing each other. So if this hit, okay, I want you guys to go ahead and binge watch, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. I want you to go ahead and binge my other healing content, because I'm big on healing at this point, y'all. I'm big on the girlies healing. Okay, so go ahead and binge my healing content. By the way, stay tuned for the detachment diary, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that little sneak peek, the detachment diary. Stay tuned for that. That's coming real soon. All right, but in the meantime, be sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment. If you're dating, let me know how it's going for you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.